feeding some cows. Got to get chores done this morning. I'm kind of running a little behind. And for those of you that was watching the other day, this here is some of the hay that I brought up from Arkansas. So we'll unroll some of this to the cows today and see how they like it. Turn y'all back around. You might have to kind of bear with me. I don't have one of them fancy gimbal things like everybody else has got. This is a poor man's operation. Some of the girls standing here at the front gate waiting on me. There's somebody's zebu cow right there. I don't know whose that would be. Anybody know whose zebu cow that is? See if we can get these old cows to follow us down. And we'll go down here and by the pond and unroll this hay to them and get them fed and going. So anyway, we was talking about the event coming up in Texas. I made some phone calls last night and this morning and got a hold of the organizers down there. And then, like I said, I made some calls this morning, and I've got things set up at the state park in Tyler, which is only like 5. Hopefully y'all got enough signal that looks like pretty good stuff down inside of it. And maybe y'all can see it as we're unrolling it. Take a circle around and we'll see what it looks like out there. Get out here and look at it. See what this hay actually looks like. Looks like some pretty good stuff. So anyway, back to the event in Texas I was talking about. We rented a pavilion at the state park for Sunday, the 21st. So hopefully I'm kind of hoping that morning MGB. Yeah, I figured I'd probably be breaking up down there, kind of down in a hole down there in a low spot. I was saying I was hoping I didn't break up too bad, but when you're out here in the sticks, it's a little difficult sometimes. No, we don't have a whole lot of phone service out in this area. So anyway, the event down in Texas, I put a link in the description of this stream. There'll be a link down there for the there'll be a link down there for in the descriptions for the state park in Tyler, Texas. And those people that's wanting to come and camp out and stay can stay there at the state park. So, hi Charlene. Hi Carol. I did tell them that we had an event going there in Texas, and there may be some more people calling to make reservations at the state park. I already reserved 2 spots there at the state park for me and Bruce. Bruce was one that was with me there in Branson in the yellow Peterbilt. So he's coming down to Texas. So I got spots reserved for me and him already. Okay, MGB. The flyer that they had before just had the events for Sunday because they weren't real sure. Hello. Oh my. Okay, MGB. Yeah, sorry, I had a phone call. Like I said, I talked to Judy this morning, who's the organizer. I talked to her last night, and then I talked to her again this morning, and she's getting with Carolyn to put out all the information for the state park. And so they'll probably be putting out a new flyer. They'll probably be putting out a new flyer here in the next day or two, once they get more information and get everything actually settled out. Like I said, I rented the pavilion this morning at the. I'm hoping that Sunday morning, I got the pavilion for the whole day Sunday, so I'm hoping maybe Sunday morning we could have like a church service there at the state park at the pavilion, and then go out and convoy around Tyler, and then maybe come back to the pavilion there at the state park. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So anyway, those folks that are wanting to come and stay, I have found us a place to stay. The state park is pretty reasonable. The RV parking spots are $24 a night, and you have to have a 2-night minimum because of it being on the weekend. But they were really, really good people to work with there at the Texas State Park people. So, like I said, I'm trying to help them down there and help them put stuff together. They do have cabins there at the state park, which I thought was really, really cool. But when I talked to her this morning, she said all the cabins were already booked up and reserved. And the cabins, she said, usually book out like 5 months in advance. So we won't be able to get cabins there, but we at least do have camping there. We have a pavilion there, so we can all get together at the pavilion, and we can all get together at the pavilion and kind of have a place where we can all hang out together, and maybe we can cook and get together. Kind of what I'm hoping. But did it quit buffering now? Hi, Penny. Penny. In Texas, so I'm trying to help them out some with the event down there in Texas. To the event down there in Texas. That's what the cows do. They gotta tear the hay bale up. They like getting on the hay bale and rubbing. Seems like some pretty good stuff. I think the event's back to not buffering again now. I gotta stop here at the barn and kind of look at some of the goats down here and see how they're getting along. This one right here is a milk goat that we can milk. Or bigger, quite a few of them. But we have and that me and Jesse built. Boy. See Huey right there? He's a big boy. He's a big buck. But we have a local rescue that works with Australian Shepherds with the deaf dogs, and she's supposed to come and get him to work with. But yeah, I'm on that's organizing the Texas event and trying to help her out some. Let me get back up on the hill where I got a little better service. And then we can kind of chit chat about it. Yeah, and I just got a text message from Judy that said Carolyn's supposed to be working on a new flyer that'll have both days on it and all the events on it and all that sort of stuff. So it'll all be on one flyer, hopefully. Like I said, I know I'm not much help, but I try to help out a little bit where I can. Anyway, I'll get back out here, up here on top of the hill where I got a little better service, and then we can kind of chit chat a little bit more about the event in Texas. and I'll try to answer some of y'all's questions, whatever, if I can. Okay, should have a little better service now. Is the service better now? Yes, on the 21st, we're going to Convoy. I'm hoping to meet at the pavilion. I'm hoping to meet at the pavilion in there at the state park. And then I'm hoping to have a church service there that morning, Sunday morning. And then hopefully we can line up right there at the pavilion at the state park. And I think Judy is wanting to go out and convoy the loop around Tyler, Texas. And hopefully we can convoy the loop around Tyler, Texas, and then back to the pavilion. And those of you that was in Branson, the pavilion that we got in Texas is almost exactly like the one we had in Branson. So we will have barbecue grills and stuff there. So I'm hoping maybe we get back there Sunday after we convoy. We can throw some burgers and hot dogs maybe or something on there on the grill, and maybe cook some stuff up, and everybody can get something to eat before they leave on Sunday to go home. Is kind of what I'm hoping. Like I said, I'm just trying to kind of help, Judy and Carolyn out with organizing the stuff there, or helping them with the stuff there in Texas. I don't consider myself an organizer, and I try not to be an organizer. I try to just help out wherever I can. Yeah, Jay, it was a great pavilion. I think the one there in Texas is almost exactly like it. I rented 2 RV spots this morning, one for me and one for Bruce. And we're staying at the Cedar Point loop, I guess, of the state park. So as soon as you pull into the state park, the very first loop of RV spots is called Cedar Point. And she said she had like 10 or 11 spots still left in that location. And then there's other spots, throughout the park. But it'd be pretty cool if we could get, most everybody that's coming and wants to stay, if they could rent spots there close to where we're at, then we could kind of all be together. And then the pavilion that we rented is just down the road a little farther, and around the corner is where the pavilion is. So it's just right around the corner from where our camping spots are. So that way it's all kind of right there close together. So that's kind of what I've been working on this morning anyway, trying to help out and get things going. Yeah, Jay, they are shaping up. Like I said, Judy was wanting to have a 2-day event, and then it was getting so expensive she couldn't figure out how to make, to do 2 days, and so she'd cut it back to just 1 day. And so I talked to her for a while last night, and I told her I'd try to help her out if I could. And so I got on the phone this morning and made some phone calls and talked to some people, and so we could get it back to a 2-day event. So me and Bruce will probably be there at the state park Friday night, and then we can convoy from the state park over to the Pickers Pavilion Saturday morning, and then have our event Saturday there at that pavilion. And then we can go back to the state park, and then Sunday morning we can have our gathering there at the pavilion at the state park. And so that way it kind of gives us a gathering place, So that's what I was working on. And like I said, there's the gal at the state park said if anybody calls, you can call in and make your reservation, or you can go online and make your reservation. The state park does have a day pass fee for people coming in at $6 a day. But she said if you are a veteran, then they do not charge you the $6 a day for the daily pass. I don't do much. I just, like I said, I just try to help out where I can. I know it can be very overwhelming trying to put these events together. There's an awful lot that goes into being able to do this. There's a lot that goes into it, trying to find places for people to stay, trying to find your gathering place where you're going to be, trying to get food organized to feed everybody, and then things going on during the day to keep active, while you're there. So it's there's a lot that goes into putting one of these events together, and most people don't realize it until they try to do an event themselves, and then they just get completely overwhelmed, because it is very overwhelming. Yeah, that's what I heard, Jay, because the gal down there asked me, she says, well, if you have on your driver's license that you're a veteran, then you just show them that and you can go in the state park for free. They don't charge anything to come to the state park. And I'm like, well, I'm in Missouri, and they don't do that in Missouri. I said, the only thing I got to show is I got my VFW cards, I've got my AMVETS card, I've got my Disabled American Veterans card. I belong to all three of them. So, but yeah, I figured in Texas it was on your driver's license, because that was the first thing that she said. Well, if you show your driver's license and it says veteran on it, then they just let you right in. You don't have to pay the $6. And I told them, I said, well, $6 ain't no big deal. I mean, that's not a big issue. I mean, if I have to pay the $6 to be there, and the $6 goes to a good cause. It goes to the state park, and they usually have really, really nice state parks. So I don't mind contributing to having a really nice state park still. So are you planning on coming up then, Jay? Oh, you had to show your DD-214 to get it put on your license? So anyway, that's kind of why I wanted to jump on here this morning. I mean, I hadn't talked to nobody, I hadn't talked to y'all in a while, and planning on coming and staying at the state park. You need to be making your reservations as soon as you can, because the state park fills up really, really fast. And when I was talking to the lady today, she said the state park fills up really, really fast. A lot of it's because it's Texas, so you have a lot of the snowbird RV people that, go down there and stay through the winter. So, she said, so the people that are coming really need to try to get reservations made pretty quick. That way they have it. And like I said, I'm staying, me and Bruce are staying at the Cedar Point RV part of it. And I mean, it's going to be January, but if people want to pitch a tent or something, I mean, I think you're allowed to pitch a tent. I think it's one tent per RV site, so I could have my truck parked there and pitch a tent on the same site. So if some people are coming that want to stay in a tent, we might be able to double up with some of the RV spots, so that way people don't have to rent a spot. People show up and, if they don't have the funds to rent a spot, or they don't have the means to rent a spot or whatever, the RV spots are pretty big, so I'm sure we can make accommodations. Well, like I said, Carol, I don't, the $6 is really not a big issue to me. I mean, I really don't care. It is what it is, and I'm I'm all for it. I know it goes to a good cause, so I'm not too concerned with it. Well, I got a whole bunch of cedar wood here, Jay. I got cedar logs all over everywhere. I guess now you'll have some cedar sawdust to go along with your straw in your pickup. And like I said, I'll as I get more information, as we get flyers or what have ever, we need to get that shared around. And like I said, Carolyn said that she's going to be working on getting some more another flyer made that has all the information for Sunday and has all the information for the state park. So hopefully she'll get that put together today and get that posted so that people can start sharing that out and getting that out everywhere. But I just wanted to let you all know that it's coming together, and it'll all be good. It'll all be good. So we're going to keep it as a 2-day event, and if she can get the singer lined up that she's been talking to, if she can get him lined up to come, it'll be a huge event. I mean, huge. But like I said, I'm not going to put the name out there or much about it yet because it's not set in stone. Confirmation that he will be there, but I really hope he does come because he's kind of putting out the same message that we are. You gotta vacuum your truck out, huh? And I think there's a few people that are actually going to stay at Judy's house. I'm not putting any names or nothing out there. She was just saying that there's a few people staying at her place. And yeah, Joe don't sing. Joe ain't got the voice. I don't sound like my granddaughter, so I'd probably scare everybody to death. My granddaughter, she can sing. I can't sing. She obviously didn't get that trait from me. Yeah, I'd probably sing you happy birthday, Wyoming. And then when I get done singing, then you get your birthday whooping. You had straw on the hotel floor? That's crazy. That's the other thing too, Jay. I need to make some phone calls to that hotel that you all stayed at, and see if I can start getting some arrangements made for Branson for next year, where we can. No, Peanut's not coming. I mean, she won't be coming, and Norma won't be there. They'll be here taking care of the farm while I'm gone, so they won't be able to come. I'll probably end up finding a load and going down there to Texas, and then find some place and drop my trailer off, and then bobtail over for the weekend and spend the weekend there with everybody at the gathering, and then go back and pick up my trailer and go back to work. So everybody will have to kind of keep an eye out today and tomorrow, and keep an eye out today and tomorrow on social media and see if you see Carolyn post another flyer that has information on it. and see if we can't get it shared out and get it out there to everybody. And like I said, the big reason I wanted to get on and let everybody know is, like I said, the state park books up really fast, so people really need to be making their reservations at the state park if they plan on coming. You need to go ahead and get your reservations made, and so that way you have that taken care of. They're just kind of the best thing I could figure on short notice. So, and like I said, it's not my event. I'm just trying to help with the event. So, I told Judy and them, I said, I really hope you all know I'm really not trying to take over the event by any means whatsoever. I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. I'm just trying to help out and make suggestions and see if we can't make it bigger and better. I'm planning on coming, Carol. I'm planning on coming to Ohio. Yep, 26th, 27th of July. I was talking to Bruce about it last night because, of course, Bruce is in Ohio. You know, and Bruce always comes out here and helps us and all these other states. I mean, he's been here to Branson twice. He's coming to Texas. He's been to Colorado. You know, Bruce has been to a lot of different states helping them out. And, you know, I think it's only right that, you know, we all need to go to his state of Ohio and help them out also. So I'm planning on coming. Judy was there in Sherman. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, she sounds like a really, 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 really neat person. You know, like I said, she started putting this event all together, and you know, it can be very overwhelming, you know, and she's kind of got overwhelmed with it and trying to figure everything out. And so I reached out to her last night and told her I would give her a helping hand and try to help out what I could. So I made some phone calls this morning and got things taken care of, and then called her back this morning and gave her all the information and everything that I had got put together. So now the next thing, we need to find us a preacher man to come put on Sunday morning service out there at the state park. I don't think I could pull that off. I can help get the place together to do it, but I don't think I can lead the Sunday service. So we're going to have to get somebody that can lead the Sunday service for us there in Tyler at the state park. I know who I would really like to come lead the service, but I don't know if I could get him to come out there. He's kind of got other things going on right now. Right, Wyoming. Yeah. Yeah, it would definitely be a cowboy style church if I was leading it. There ain't no doubt about that. So anyhow, I got my hay put out, and I done fed grain to the calves, but I got to trade pickups now and go jump in my dadgummed old Dodge that has the lick feed on it, and the liquid feed. And then I got to run around here, and I got a couple of tubs right over there in that cow's pen. I need to fill them up with liquid feed, and the liquid feed tub that's in the liquid feed tub I got in with the calves, and then one across the road I have to run around today and get them filled up yet too. So well, that'd be good, Carol. Like I said, I try really hard to just go to the events, but for some reason, I don't know why. I guess it's just kind of, I guess it's just another one of my callings, but for some reason, I always have people asking me to help out with the events, and I have no problem with helping out with them, but I guess it's just kind of where God wants me to be. So if that's what he wants me to do, then that's fine. I'll do it. Yeah, Wyoming, you're gonna have to go back to the very beginning of the live, and you'll see your cows. I was pulling through the gates. I said, "Look at that cow right there. Who does that cow belong to?" Yeah, the cows eat a lot when it's cold. And luckily, I mean, we've had pretty good weather, but as you can see, the grass is done quit growing, and there's still some green out there that they pick at a little bit here and there, but the grass growing season's pretty well done. So now we're gonna have to put out some feed. I wasn't buffering Wyoming when I was showing your cow. That was like in the first 3 minutes of the live, maybe 4 minutes, somewhere probably around the between 2 and 4 minute mark. I agree, Jay. I agree. Like I said, I don't consider myself an organizer, and I try not to be an organizer, and I try not to get in the middle of things because I know different people do things differently. But I mean, it's kind of like when we were in Hagerstown. When we was in Hagerstown, I kind of made contact with everybody there, and I was kind of in Hagerstown. I was kind of the person that I'd go around and I'd check on people, and if people needed propane, or people needed firewood, or people needed this, or they needed that, I'd try to get them pointed in the right direction of who they needed to go talk to get the things that they needed, to take care of stuff. And that's just kind of what I've always done and always been. So yeah, those that have just joined in, like I said, I mean, I've been working on the stuff down at the Texas event, and we're working on getting that put together. There's links in my description on this live to give the information for the state park there in Tyler, Texas, where people can go on and rent spots, camping spots. There's going to be several of us camping out there at the state park. We got the pavilion rented at the state park for Sunday. So Sunday, that's where we'll have our gatherings at. We'll be there at the state park. So I kind of wanted to pass that information on to everybody, and try to keep everybody up to date on what's going on. I know a lot of people don't have Facebook. I don't have Facebook. So I just kind of have to rely on everybody else to right. Okay, Wyoming. And like I said, people that are planning on coming and camping and hanging out with us at the state park, you probably need to get reservations made. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get an RV parking spot for $24 a night. It is a 2-night minimum because of a weekend, so still you figure $50 for the weekend to come out there. So that's pretty inexpensive to come out and spend time with a bunch of freedom loving patriots. So like I said, I talked to a couple people that I know down there in that area this morning, and they're planning on coming out and bringing some of their family and stuff with them and come out to the event. So hopefully we'll get the word out there, and hopefully we'll have a really good event. Maybe we'll meet a whole bunch of new people, just like we did in Branson. Go from there. So anyway, I'm probably going to end this and go get the rest of my spoiled cows. Get my spoiled cows their liquid feed, and as I have more information or things come up, I will get back on here and we'll come up with some, let you all know, so that we can try to keep the information out there. So anyhow, that's I wanted to let you all know and see if we can't make this another great event like we did down in Branson. So I want to thank you all, thank you Wyoming, and thank you Carol for what you do and putting everything together and getting this going. So with that, I'm going to end this, and I'm going to go get the rest of my chores done. I love y'all too, and looking forward to seeing y'all in Texas in January. So thank you all and have a great day.